Hello and welcome to 4A's Tech. Our reviews helps you make smart buying decisions, and today we will review the Canon Rebel SL2, also known as the EOS 200D. A pretty sensible choice for someone with little to no knowledge of DSLR cameras, or those who are starting photography and videography needing a brilliant balance of features and budget. So let's begin. EOS 200D is a great camera for generally everyone, particularly for content creators and vloggers. The features that it has are certainly capable to grow your portfolio for 3 to 4 years without any problem. And then you could upgrade to a 4K or maybe more high-end professional options. Let's find out what's so special about this DSLR. So it's the best camera under $600 for beginners to intermediate. It's $150 cheaper than 77D and $100 cheaper than the T7i, which is known as 800D. It's a full-featured, full HD DSLR, which is perfect for YouTubers going towards a vlogging roadmap, and this is also great for product photographers as well. I've seen some professionals taking absolutely amazing shots with this camera. It's very light, form factor is small and portable. The grip in your hand is firm and feels quite premium. It weighs around 453 grams compared to T7i, which is 532 grams, and 77D, which is 540 grams. The reason of comparing this camera with cameras like 77D or T7i is because they have been a good choice for a long time by similarly price range and feature set buyers. Now it's packed with features and has a fully articulated screen. The LCD is movable for selfie vloggers or on-budget individual content creators. They can really make use of this LCD. It's a 3-inch LCD and has a camera guide for those who are new to DSLR photography, probably don't know exactly what the shutter priority is. But by looking at this guide images, one can really figure it out quite simply, as you can see and decide if you want more of a slow flowing image or maybe a frozen fast image. Similarly, you can switch down to aperture priority. So by looking at this smart guide images, you can easily figure out that in front of content there is a blurred background, or there could be a sharp background as well, which you can easily select by going to the quick menu and selecting how sharp or how blurred you need the background to be. So the smart guide could really be helpful for new photographers. So I mentioned earlier that this camera has an EF and EFS mount, which is indeed a speciality of this camera. It actually means that almost all Canon lenses are supported with this camera. If you are a vlogger and you need more of maybe a wide background while recording videos on the go, then you can attach an ultra-wide 10 to 18mm wide-angle lens, perfect for vlogging. Now if you're into portrait or general day-to-day shots, or you can get the 18 to 55mm lens that comes with the stock kit as well. Now this camera has a 24 megapixel APS-C sensor like the ones you get in the T7i or 77D. One more brilliant thing is the autofocus with dual pixels. It has got 2 focus points that are always focusing at you while you're walking and talking to your viewers. And why I'm mentioning this feature is because we usually expect this feature to go in a higher price bracket cameras. So a good face detection, but it only has 9 focus points. It has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and NFC built in for connecting with the Smart Connect app, which you can easily install on iOS or Android devices. It makes social media sharing really easy. So by transferring your pictures from the camera to your phone directly, it could be really convenient. But if you're taking the raw pictures, then you're going to have to either use a USB cable or transfer through the SD card reader. Another good feature is a 3.5 microphone jack. So you can attach any external microphone for better audio quality. This is most needed when doing a vlog, as you may need a Rode microphone, or if on budget, maybe a Boya microphone to go along with it and get an even better quality. Not to mention that this camera has a stereo microphone built in, so you can, as you can see, we've got stereo microphones on both ends, and they give you quite good quality, but still at times you need to have an external microphone. So you don't find this feature on most budget cameras. This camera comes with the new Canon Digic 7 processor. It's fast. You can actually go through the menus, accessing options, pictures. The loading and range selection is pretty fast. All of that functionality is performed quickly. But to mention that this camera does not have the onboard image stabilization feature. So that part is going to rely on the lenses. So when you're buying the lenses and stabilization is important to you, then make sure you get the IS version of the lens. As you can see on my camera lens, it's 18 to 55 mm stock lens. Looking at this part, you can see the image stabilizer written there. You can turn it on and off depending on your need. When you buy this camera, you mainly have two options. One is the Canon SL2 body only, coming for $549, and it has the Canon camera body, charger, battery, manual, and that really it is. If you want to go for a complete beginning kit, then you can go with body kit lens, costing around $649. This comes with 18 to 55 mm lens, which is actually quite good for most day-to-day photography. A bit of everything really it is in that lens. So buying this camera instead of the $800 mark can save you a couple of $100. Maybe you can buy additional lenses, provide lens 50mm prime with 1.8 aperture, which will cost you around $125. A 24mm prime costing around $149, or maybe you need a Rode microphone or reflectors, etc. I have to mention that these cameras doesn't come with the SD card, so make sure that you get yourself a Sandisk 32GB SD card that comes with the speed of 80 megabits per second. So altogether, I think it's a brilliant run for your money, as it has EF and EFS lens compatibility, all lenses supported, dual pixel autofocus, a light form factor, it has an external 3.5 microphone jack, a fully articulated screen, and Wi-Fi for quick file transfer. To order most things mentioned throughout the video, you can pop down to video description and find the links there. Do you think you would be buying this Canon DSLR SL2? Leave your comments down there and let's discuss it with the community. I would appreciate your feedback. Now hit like if my video was helpful and subscribe if you really fancy it. I'll be bringing you more. Till again, 4Ace Tech signing out.